Alright, Pooh Bear, it's always a nightmare taking you out because you hold up a lot of others usually. Very nice. Okay, Pooh Bear, my sleepy guy. Welcome back to Every Disney Movie Ever. My name is Jess and I'm watching Every Disney Movie Ever. Today I'm going to talk about Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh is a 2011 theatrical release about Pooh and friends trying to capture a Backson in order to save Christopher Robin. It is directed by Stephen J. Anderson and Don Hall. Cinematography by Julio Macat. Supervising animators are the old classics: Dale Baer, Andreas, Deja, Eric Goldberg, Randy Haycock, Bruce W. Smith, Mark Henn. Editing by Lisa Linder Silver. Music by Kristen, Anderson-Lopez, Henry Jackman, and Robert Lopez, and it's written by Stephen J. Anderson, Clio, Chiang, Don Dougherty, Don Hall, Kendelle Hoyer, Brian Kesinger, Nicole Mitchell, and Jeremy Spears. The film stars Jim Cummings as Pooh and Tigger, Bud Luckey as Eeyore, Craig Ferguson as Owl, Travis Oates as Piglet, Kimberly Anderson-Lopez as Kanga, Wyatt, Dean Hall as Roo, Tom Kenny as Rabbit, and John Cleese as the narrator. This was the first Disney animated sequel theatrical release since Fantasia 2000, which is 12 years of a gap. It's the shortest animated feature to date, surpassing Dumbo. It is 1 minute shorter than Dumbo. The filmmakers visited Ashdown Forest, the inspiration for The 100 Acre Wood, from A.A. Milne's stories. They enlisted Bernie Manson, super big Disney veteran, to help storyboard, and they toyed with CG but then felt it would be a disservice to Pooh and friends, which I totally agree. And they also were wanting to do 5 stories and ended up with 3. That confuses me because this is one continuous story of them trying to save Christopher Robin, so I don't understand where the whole 5 and 3 stories comes from. This had a $30 million budget, made $50.1 million in the box office, which isn't great, but it does have a 90% Rotten Tomatoes consensus. Short, nostalgic, and gently whimsical, Winnie the Pooh offers young audiences and their parents a sweetly traditional family treat. This is gorgeous. It makes me so sad they gave up 2D animation after this. It genuinely is heart-shattering to me because this is stunning. And the fact that this is the last 2D animated thing I'm watching for the rest is so sad. This is super short. As I kind of mentioned, it's a minute shorter than Dumbo, but 16 minutes of this is credits with a tiny little post-credit scene. So that's a quarter of the movie is just credits. So 3/4 of this is just movie and then it's credits, which is crazy. The songs all of the characters sing are fine. I don't hate them as much as some of the previous movies, but they don't capture me quite like OG Winnie the Pooh, and then Pooh's Grand Adventure songs are really good too. So they didn't quite capture me like Pooh's Grand Adventure songs do. Zooey Deschanel did fine. I think she's better than Carly Simon. Her cover of 100 Acre Wood was not my favorite. I think I'm just a traditionalist when it comes to 100 Acre Wood. But the rest of her songs, like the little narration ones she did with a little bit of a choir and everything, those were fine. I was not as mad about those than I was with Carly Simon stuff. This is super reminiscent of the original The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, which I love. The book interactions with being able to see the words on the screen and how they interact in the book with the watercolors, the narrator interaction. I love that. That's super obviously reminiscent. Piglet and Eeyore have it so rough. This was the first thing with the new Piglet voice. Very decently done, not too shabby. I am pretty impressed. I could tell the difference, but still okay. Super simple. Obviously, it's 45 minutes of story, so it's super simple. My biggest complaint about this is that it's basically Pooh's Grand Adventure, but worse. The whole plot of this is they misread a note that Christopher Robin has left saying he's gone and he'll be back soon. And they think he's been taken by a monster called the Backson, so they are doing a bunch of stuff to try and rescue Christopher Robin from the Backson. The whole plot of Pooh's Grand Adventure is they misread a note that Christopher Robin wrote saying he's gone back to school. He's gone to school and he'll see them soon. And that whole thing is they think he's been abducted by Skull and they have to go on an adventure to save him. So it's the same plot but it's way worse. Pooh's Grand Adventure is so good. I will die on that hill. And this feels like, I'm like, did they even know the movies they made? Like, this is the same thing. They couldn't have come up with any other plots to go around. Like, the old Winnie the Pooh, Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, there were multiple stories that didn't include Christopher Robin, which is fine. He doesn't have to be included. Or they would just go to Christopher Robin for help with a certain scenario. So, like, this one you have, like, trying to get Eeyore a new tail. I guess that's one of the storylines. Yeah, okay. Eeyore a new tail. But that's the really only other storyline I can think of from this one. But still, it drove me crazy that, like, the big plot in this was Christopher Robin has been abducted. I'm like, that's literally Pooh's Grand Adventure. Like, what are we doing? So that was a little weird for me because I was expecting something different, but still simple, like classic Pooh Bear, and with the storybook, how they do in the original. So to have this be, you know, finding Eeyore a new tail, classic. That's a classic story. But to move away from that, yeah, I don't know. It's just, I think it was a little too similar to Pooh's Grand Adventure, which made me mad because Pooh's Grand Adventure is very good. So, like, why would they try to do that again? That's otherwise very simple, very cute, classic sweetness of Pooh Bear. My favorite part would probably be Pooh choosing getting Eeyore's tail over the honey. That always makes me emotional because we know how much Pooh loves honey, and he's spending the whole movie trying to find honey because he's so hungry. My least favorite part is probably Owl. He's such a turd blossom. He just really is terrible. Recommend, yes. Watch again, yes. I would definitely do both of those things. Specific moments. Pooh's honey dream, where he's in the bumblebee costume. It was so good to finally see that. Spoiler alert, I've never seen this movie. This is the one Pooh Bear thing, besides like the little television releases I hadn't seen, that I had not seen yet, and I avoided seeing because I wanted to watch it for the first time for this. So I don't know how this got missed on my radar because I love Pooh Bear so much, but like, who knows? I was a teenager. You have no idea. I've got no idea. But the Pooh Bear in the honey with the big like splashy, moment where he's in the bumblebee costume is in Disney World's fireworks display, and I've always been like, what movie is that from? I haven't seen that Pooh Bear movie. And then slowly but surely I was like, it must be from the one Pooh Bear movie I haven't seen, Winnie the Pooh. So I'm excited to see that scene because of the fireworks, and I got to see it, which was great. Owl reading the wrong thing again is insane to me. The fact that he reads the note from Christopher Robin wrong again. They're obviously not including Pooh's Grand Adventure in the canon, which is crazy because it's the exact same thing. He reads the note wrong. And then I would say there's not enough Roo or Kanga in this. They're barely in it, which makes me kind of sad because Roo and Kanga are really sweet. I kind of wish it was a little bit more delineated of separate stories. Like the first one, it is like a rainy day where Piglet's house is flooded. It's like a windy day, It's like meeting Tigger, the Heffalumps and Woozles. Like, it is very separate stories. There's not one continuous plot at all. So I'm kind of like, there were multiple stories, but they were like all entangled in trying to find Christopher Robin a little bit, I feel like. So I kind of wish it was less Pooh's Grand Adventure as well. I don't know why that was a thing. The Piglet Indiana Jones moment was also cute, a nice little nod. But this was adorable. Don't get me wrong. I know I've harped about the Pooh's Grand Adventure thing, but it was still very cute and very sweet. This was great. I'm going to give it 7 Backsuns, if I can find them, out of 10. Our total movie count is. Parent Soul and Cry Count are still the same, if you can believe it. If you want to keep up with Movie I'm Watching When, follow me on all socials. You'll find out Movie I'm Watching When. I put out videos every Monday and Friday and sometimes Wednesday. Join Patreon. I got a tier starting at just $1. You get every video a week early and a coupon code for merch and exclusive merch access. Tiers above that, you get daily trivia, monthly postcards, bonus content, etc., etc. Buy merch. Classic. Classic. Until next time, comment, like, and subscribe. But I'm not in charge of your life. You are, so you do it. And don't be... I don't know. I kind of want to say Owl about it because he's just... I'm getting very hungry. Getting very